Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 4. We're here with race 11 at City Speeders by Shady Plays YT. I saw there's a follow from Alfonso. Thank you so much for the follow, it's much appreciated. We're at 150 followers, so our next goal that makes sense is probably 160. I would say 200, but might be a bit of a push. So we'll go 160 for now. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. And my music levels are looking a little bit low, I just noticed, which is odd. Let me know if you can't hear it at all. Obviously we usually have background music going. But yes, race 11, the current standings. Pesky Bird is leading with 224 points. Moo in second, tied with Demon, the two Eternal Darkness teammates, 201 points. Fludes in fourth with 195. Alfonso in fifth with 185. Superboss in sixth with 173. Shady in seventh with 172. Luna in eighth with 171. Stormy in ninth with 156. Sage in 10th with 155 to make the top 10. Below that we have Iceman, Boyer, Cheese, Eggbot, Jimmy, Azur and Weep. And all the points are very close at the moment. So there's been a lot of fighting for positions, trying to pick up as many points as you can. Still close together, still lots of races to go. No one breaking away yet. Not seeing anyone with quite a dominating performance yet. The two Eternal Darkness teammates doing quite well, tied second at the moment. And I see Flude saying work hard, make it stay. I saw that in the Discord. That's no worries. I'm sure he'll watch it back afterwards. Usually does. doesn't like to miss out on the action. But we have Fludes here in place. So let's head over to the track. Gonna bump the music up slightly. Don't want to accidentally put too loud. Don't know why it's shut up so quiet today. We might really need a first place at some point if I want a chance. I'm last for a few weeks now. Yeah, it's been a rough start, but of course it's a bigger season. A lot more races in this one than the previous ones, so lots more opportunities to try and turn things around. And who knows, maybe we'll see a comeback. But here we are at City Speeders. Always a track in development, this one. Used to be called Flat Speeders. Quite a lengthy track, a lot of different zones to it, and always expanding. This might not be the latest version, but it's the latest one I've tested, so it is the one we're using. Whether there's been a new one since, very possible. I'm sure there is probably another version, but yeah, always under development this one, so I'm sure by next season this track's going to be even bigger. Constantly having to reduce the lap counts just so we're not going around for too long. But yeah, classic Shady, as Alfonso says. Yeah, I think is this like one of Shady's biggest track projects. But let's get everyone spawned in here. We'll freeze the time. Got 5 laps around this track, and we're gonna have a quick look around. But first, of course, the predictions. So let's start up the predictions. How many races will DNF? 1 minute to put in your predictions, starting from now. Let's get those predictions in. And we'll have a quick tour of the track. So quite a few obstacles from the get-go. Loads of nails you do not want to get stuck on. That'll end your race very early on. Got a bit of a wonky checkpoint here. That might just be to do with workshop synchronizing. I probably need to start highlighting these tracks when I first load them up after having them saved for a while. Because sometimes they do desync. Usually spinners, but the spinners seem okay on this one. Either that or it is just a wonky checkpoint. So there's loads of areas with shortcuts and, as Shady calls them, long cuts. So I'll actually go back a little bit. We do have a route around the outside here, or you go straight through the middle, take a right around the outside of this, past the spinner. You can cut through this section if you're lucky, otherwise you'll be going around under the bridge, across what used to be an area you could collide, now it jumps over. I think that's due to the extension. It'd be a bit too much of a cut. Then you can cut across there, you can cut across there, or you'll be going all the way around. Just make sure I can even remember this route. And then I think it's down here through the parking area and into the total wipeout section. Around that, you got to try and survive. If you fall off into the water, it is slower, but you can make it all the way across if you're lucky. Past another spinner, around, over a jump. Make sure you don't fall backwards on it or get hit by these spinners. More spinners, a little crossroads area where you can collide, which can be beneficial if you gain from it, but could also cost you if you don't. Sort of state the obvious. Some more obstacles there with the fruit on the floor, and then you travel all the way around the inside of the tree, back down the straight, past the crowd and the commentary box, wiggle around this area and across the line. So yeah, quite a bit of a track, lots of obstacles, lots of places to gain and lose a lot of time and positions. Alfonso saying 4. Fluja, remember this one from last season, were got arrested then. Yes, I think that is, reminds me, yeah, the pit of shame. I think a couple of people went into it last time. I thought it was only one that could go in, but I think we had 2 that ended up going in last season. So you got to be careful of that as well. I'm sure we'll see at least one person end up in there. You got to hope it's not going to be you. But with the predictions done, let's get the race started. And it is on very slow speed. I think that's because of all the confetti and all the spinners dropping the drops of speed to help with your frames. But there we go, we are off. And Jimmy and Demon trying to get a good breakaway, but Jimmy getting slowed down through those nails, and Fluid's actually going to lunge into the lead there in front of Cheese and Alfonso. Alfonso's going to cut Cheese up though, move up into second, and navigating through the nails nicely. Eggbot going up the inside line, we're tucking just in front of Jimmy. Then into the next section of nails, we'll have a quick look if anyone's got stuck. We do, we have a Luna stuck further back. Demon almost getting stuck there as well. So that is going to be an F in the chat. F's in the chat for Luna, as Luna is going to be the first one to get stuck. And with a track this long, chances are it's going to be a DNF. Anyone else? Superboss did get held up quite a bit, but has managed to keep moving. So head back up to the front. Cheese has been pushed into the long route. And that is one of the shortcuts as well. You can actually bounce. So many surprising shortcuts here. You can bounce off the house here if you go up onto the grass perfectly into that portal. I'm not going to see him else. Do it here now. And it'll boost you up ahead there. So some great plays there by Stormy, and was it Eggbot that did it as well? So Stormy literally jumping into the lead. Eggbot in second, Alfonso in third. Of course we have Stormy's house, forgot to mention that. The first time we went around this track. In the earlier days, Stormy did get stuck right next to that house. Just parked up. So it became Stormy's house. And Eggbot's going to have to take the long way round here. They're not going to get pushed through the shortcut, so Blur's going to come through. Weep getting through, not having to go the full long route. Moon Jimmy getting pushed backwards. So everyone's separating out quite a bit here. It is giving Superboss a chance to gain. See what's going on further up. So Alfonso managed to get the quick ladder, but is having trouble getting onto the next one, just not timing it right. And is just repeating the same process. And there we go. As soon as Stormy gets there, Alfonso joins alongside, but Stormy will come out on top. Almost like Alfonso was waiting to let Stormy through. We'll watch them go over the jumps. And they both take a fall. Stormy tried to ride the spinner, but that doesn't work like that. We're getting a few good jumps. It's good jumps, and Boer makes it across the first one. Across clean. What about the balls? almost makes it, goes for a lunge to the ladder, but that's not bad. That's a not bad attempt at the balls either there. Pesky Bird having trouble further back, trying to get onto that ladder as well. Stormy went for a leap. Try and zoom out a bit and get a better overview here. Alfonso and Eggbot fall, Cheese and Shady. All starting to group together. Weep with a big lunge is going to be a big gain. Oh, and that was a very bad attempt. Meanwhile, Boer's just flying away. But can Boer avoid the pit of shame, or will it get them once again? Boer makes it past safely, surviving it this time. I think Demon just went straight over the balls there. Moo almost, but doesn't quite make it. Stormy going round, avoids the pit of shame as well. Got Weep followed by Demon. And Super Boss is moving up now, catching up with everyone. And who's going to end up in the pit of shame? It is Weep. Weep is in the pit of shame. So everyone else, I think, will be safe this lap. I'm pretty sure it gets closed off for so long. Might be wrong. I think everyone else is safe. So Weep, unfortunately, end to the race. Cheese not quite making that jump. So F's again in the chat, but this time for Weep. Unfortunate end to the race. And just after saying they needed a win, it's almost like the worst kind of jinxing going on. Maintaining the last place position. Yeah, very unfortunate. Now, where are the people at the front? So there's quite a gap going on here. The top three are storming away. Boer has dropped down to second. Eggbot now leading. Stormy in third. Demon in fourth. And then we have Alfonso and Shady fifth and sixth. Bit of a gap back to them at the moment. Coming through the final section. See Eggbot coming around. And go on to lap 2, setting Luna free, so Luna will be on the move again. So Luna can gain some positions here. Mainly the one from Weep. So not great news for Weep, as that will. Also, where's Sage? Sage is stuck as well. I just noticed Sage was behind Weep. Sage has got stuck just in the middle of the track, just given up. Just broken down, stopped moving. So maybe F's as well for Sage, but might get set moving again. So Sage and Luna could get past Weep, with Weep fully out, no way of getting freed. And everyone separating out, trying to capture everyone here best I can. Eggbot around the corner. Boer's going to be going the long way. Not the longest way though, where Luna's going. In fact, Luna's all over the place. This might be a bad situation for Luna. Luna's having some real difficulties on this track. You might think it's their first time going around it. Someone's not been putting the practice in on this one. Alfonso with the jump there gets in front of Demon. And Boer going the long way round. Enjoying all the long routes. Demon's going to cut through the shortcut. Big gain for Demon. Up to third. Stormy is leading ahead of Eggbot now. And Eggbot's gone stationary. Everyone's having difficulties on this track today. Demon's setting Eggbot free, getting them moving again, giving them a little push in the right direction. They are now battling out, a lot of contact, fighting for that second place. And while this fighting is going on, Boer is gaining. Heading up to the ladder, Stormy is on, but Eggbot is going to get the quick route. Demon just misses out, and that actually costs some time, so Boer is going to be alongside Demon. Both having troubles with the ladder though. Cheese is going to join them, and Cheese just sneaks straight on. Lots of difficulties going on with this ladder today. And costing Demon quite a bit here. Moose come to join in. Both of them now struggling to get on the ladder. It is not going well. And Eggbot jumps in front of Stormy. Shady and Alfonso falling together at the spinner. It looks like Demon made it on and Moo made it on a little bit after. Going over the balls here, Cheese falls backwards. Word to the second one, Alfonso to the second one. Shady makes it to the fourth, but stumbles. Lots of struggling. See if Demon can do any better. We see Fluids as well, almost nailing it, but the spinner just pushes them off. And Demon with a big lunge there is actually going to gain quite a few places. As almost also falling off the fourth one. Moo with a terrible attempt. See, Super Boss has managed to get stuck in the distance. So you know what that means? That means more Fs in the chat. Quite a frequent occurrence on this track today. Like Alfonso is trying to squeeze Boer into the pit of shame there. But Boer's not letting that happen again. Meanwhile, Eggbot is flying away. Stormy is being chased down by Shady. Alfonso doesn't make the jump, getting blocked out by the spinners. Demon goes for it, makes it over. Luna's going to get blocked. And Luna is in front of Weep now. And Sage is also coming around now to get past. I think I just saw a teleport there. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but I'm pretty sure I saw someone teleport. It was either... I think it was Azur. Iceman, did you fall off? No, you're still going around. You're still in it. Currently in 12th, behind your teammate Jimmy. Where is Eggbot? There we go, Eggbot coming round onto lap 3. It looked like you're in the sand before the wipeout section. Nope, you're safe. Safe and still going. Stormy across in second. Shady in third. Gaps are quite big now. So consistency is key if you want to keep hold of your positions. Now with the points being so close, every position is going to matter quite a lot. And getting into the top 10, the top 5 and the top 3 are quite big, as that is where the points shift. I think we saw Boer pass Cheese there. Yeah, Boer with a great run past the nails on the main straight. Demon in front of Cheese, but Cheese has a bit more speed, but will hit the nails and we'll have to tuck in behind Demon. So Demon moves up, Cheese drops 2 positions. Alfonso coming around now in 8th. And then Pesky Bird getting pushed around instead of the teleporter route. Going to use the spinner. Then Fludes colliding with Pesky Bird. Fludes has a great line, going to pass Alfonso and Pesky Bird. Alfonso trying to block Pesky Bird, but it's not enough, causing a collision, slowing them both down. And Fludes moving up to 8th. Pesky Bird in 9th and Alfonso now in 10th. Then Jimmy and Iceman not too far behind. Could be a chance to gain. And Shady is in trouble. Shady is stuck. We'll see if anyone can set Shady free before the Fs come in. It looks like the teammate Alfonso coming in to save Shady there. Team plays by the green slushies. But Jimmy's got stuck. As Iceman goes around the other side, Jimmy has got stuck. The only chance to get set free here is Sage or Moo. Get the Fs ready. And Moo is through. That is gonna be Jimmy stuck. Not good for Jimmy. Not good for Jimmy. Not what you want to see. But up at the front, what Boer will want to see, but is unfortunately missing, currently in first, has managed to get past Eggbot and Stormy. Cheese is now up here as well, battling it out. And this is just what happens with all these shortcuts and long cuts. People jumping positions constantly. You make some big gains. And Cheese is going to go for the quicker route, the faster ladder. It's a big play by Cheese. Stormy as well. Not going to let Cheese get away that easily. So Cheese into first. Stormy will be side by side with Boer. But Stormy's going to get the better release. We'll be in second. Boer in third. But Cheese with a terrible fall on the first obstacle. And Eggbot's stuck. Eggbot has parked up in one of the spaces. And a Prime subscription from Alfonso. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm glad you chose to use your Prime subscription on myself. Really helps me out. Helps the channel. Also helps me fund these the prizes. So thank you so much for that. Alfonso legend indeed. If you got those Prime subs, make sure to use them. Even if it's not on me, on any Twitch streamer, you might as well use it. It is free. It's basically free money. So I think it's going to be Fs as well for Eggbot. The leaderboard doesn't seem to be updating. I don't think there's any checkpoints in this section due to all the potential shortcuts. So we will see it update soon. But that is going to be Eggbot out with a fastest lap and looking like a very strong competitor on this track. They've just parked it up. Don't have Prime, unfortunately. No worries at all. Honestly, just being here, supporting and watching is enough for me. So many Fs already. So many. So many. By the end of the season, that F key is going to be worn out. See everyone in the pool. Should have voted higher on the DNF poll. It's starting to look that way. So up at the front, Cheese leading. Stormy in second. Boer in third. Then we have a massive gap back to Demon. And then it looks like Iceman's jumped up a few positions. Wait for it to go through on the checkpoints. And there we go. Iceman's up to fifth. Some big plays on this lap by Iceman. Azur in sixth. And Fludes in seventh. See Luna taking one of the shortcuts there. Lap down, but still showing where the cuts are. The race starts now, boys and girls. Stormy is getting chased down by Boer. Is at risk, and there's Stormy's house as we go past. In case you couldn't tell. It's not very obvious. We are approaching lap 4. And there's Eggbot dropping down the positions. And through the nails, we'll see if Cheese makes it through. Not the best route. Really, you want to hug this inside wall here. You have a perfect run through. The other side does have nails there. If you go through the middle, you do risk getting stuck. And Stormy and Boer are going to be battling it out. Some contact made. Just got to focus on making it through safely. And Boer takes the line I was just suggesting, flying past Stormy, moving up into second. And Stormy now in third. There's no one else coming around yet. You can see Demon, Iceman and Azure in the background, just heading around the final section. Gonna watch Boer and Stormy head through the next set of nails, and Boer is stationary. Stormy's gonna hit them though. I think Boer will be thankful for that one. May have dropped a position. Stormy's even gonna set Jimmy free as well. It's probably to try and slow Boer down. But even if it did cost a position, they'll be thankful that Stormy set them free. Meaning they can at least keep hold of third for now. But we'll have Jimmy in the way. Iceman being chased down by Azure. Some battling going on back there. Demon making it through the nails. It's a battle raging here for 5th place. See Fludes whizzing down the outside lane as well. Making sure to avoid all the nails, and Azure makes a pass on Iceman. Makes it through and will be moving up to 5th. But Iceman's going to stay on the back of Azure here. Not going to let them break away. See Moo going a bit slowly through there. Super Boss a lap down, but absolutely flying down that straight. To head back around to the front runners. Cheese absolutely miles ahead. Boer and Stormy both going the long way around. Demon could have a chance here, but is getting stuck on the spinner. And now Azure is right behind Demon, but Demon's going to take the shortcut. Try and keep a bit of a gap ahead of Azure. Is now just behind Stormy and Boer. So Boer actually in front of Stormy. The tactic using Jimmy didn't really work out, as Jimmy's in front of both of them. And all this has probably done is cost time on gaining on Cheese. And Cheese also with the fastest lap right now. So trying to pick up some big points. We'll have to keep consistent down to the end. Going onto the ladder, we'll see if Boer can make it on this time. Not the worst this time. I know Boer's very consistent with struggling with these ladders. Stormy is on, Demon having some trouble. Big struggles with the ladders here. Azure got pushed back. He's going to hit Eggbot, and Eggbot really does not want to move. Eggbot has signed out from this one. Connection lost. And Fluge is going to come past Azure and is going to get the quicker route on the ladder. Jimmy really struggled with the ladder there, and Fluge is going to be just behind Demon. Demon losing a lot of time trying to get on the ladder at the bottom. You see the massive gap that Cheese has in the lead right now. Boer and Stormy only just coming up to the bulls here, and Cheese is already tearing through the next section. Great jumps by Boer, just hitting the lip at the end. Is not going to make it all the way across. Stormy, yeah, don't think anything else needs to be said about that. But Fludes and Demons side by side. The next Jinx. And he did try. Fludes tries even better and gets in front of Stormy. So does Demon. Both falling at the second ball, but it is better than the first. Jimmy actually falling and bumping into Stormy there. It's all falling apart for Stormy. See Boer going around. I was waiting to see if Boer ended up in the pit of shame, but does make it past. And this means Fludes is going to be moving up to 3rd place. Stormy dropping a few positions with that performance. A storm has come for Stormy. "90-second ad break. Thought 6 seconds were excessive." Well, they vary a bit, don't they? And Cheese has managed to get stuck here, and Boer's going to come through. Like I say, I've got the ad settings set on what Twitch was advising me on their recommended. They do vary in times, I think. But I think 90 seconds is the longest you can get stuck with looking at the countdown that I get given around ad breaks. But of course, subbing does get rid of ads, but that's totally optional. I'm not going to put that on anyone. Just a suggestion. But you know, I'm not going to force anyone. And Fluges through. Jimmy's going to join Cheese, stuck on the apples. But it's not good for Cheese here. Dropping positions. Demon getting a bit stuck as well, but is going to keep moving. Does make it through. He called the jinx, you did, Iceman. You actually did. Flu's got an ad and then suddenly third. Down the move for subs and stuff. Hey, that's no worries. Honestly, like I say, I appreciate people just showing up to these streams, or even those watching this on YouTube and enjoying it. That is enough for me. And going on to the final lap, Boer is going to be leading. Like I say, you just have to watch the ads. Or watch the race in the little screen that it does give you to view it on during the ads. Fludes up to second, Demon third, Stormy fourth, Iceman up to fifth, Azur to sixth, and no one is setting Cheese free. This is already looking like a big F for Cheese. Moo goes through as well. Cheese is going to be dropping positions. But watch this, Jimmy forcing their way out, getting themselves unstuck just to set Cheese free. And Cheese is on the move again. It's like a miracle. So lots of positions dropped, but does recover in 9th and will be on the move again. And that is still points. That is bigger points than what it would have been dropping all the way down. So a miracle for Cheese there by Jimmy. Follow Boer through the streets, the current race leader. Final lap of the race. Can Boer keep the lead? Going further back, we'll see where second place is. Look at the size of this lead right now. Demon and Flude currently battling it out for that second place. Stormy not far behind. Could be looking to find the right time to get a pass on possibly both of them while they battle it out. Heading down the straight. No one's getting knocked into the long cut there, but Demon overshooting the corner. The pressure, feeling the pressure from Fludes. So Fludes will go up into second. Stormy's going the long way around, which is big for Iceman, as Iceman will move up to fourth. And Azur will probably be coming past as well. And Stormy going the long way, which people have had trouble with so far. Azur's going the shorter long way. Stormy makes it round okay, but is going to drop the position to Azure as well. Shady making their way through as well. Could drop a position there too. If Shady comes the quick way around, they do. And it's a good turn. I mean, Stormy's going to drop 3 positions there. So quite a costly maneuver by Stormy. Further up, we can see Fludes is taking the long route round. Demon's going to take the shorter path. Wur's made it onto the ladder. Is not going to be costing a race from that ladder. In true Wur fashion. Iceman's going to be getting the long route as well. I think time has slowed down slightly. There's some areas I go through where it's slowing the time down for frame rate purposes. And Demon's going to get the quick ladder. Going to try and chase down Wur before the end of the race. It's full speed ahead right now. Fludes is going to get hit backwards by the spinner. Shady not far behind. Fludes going backwards again. Going to have to get through here this time. But it's another setback. Shady's going to come through and makes it through clean. Iceman coming as well. Fludes really needs to get clear of this spinner, but looks like they're stuck in a loop right now. This is not looking good for Fludes. Almost joining Eggbot. That would have been an even bigger disaster. And just going left to right. This is not good news for Fludes. And Fludes has gone stationary. After battling it out up at the top, Fludes is stuck. And that means it is once again yet another F in the chat. This time for Fludes. Pesky Bird just narrowly missing. Not going to be setting Fludes free. See Boer going over the jump. Still just storming away with it. This one hurts a bit. I bet it does. That is quite the painful way to end. Final lap of the race. And Boer just extending this lead constantly. And I think we're going to have quite a few DNFs here. I mean, if you want to look at positives, there's that many DNFs, or that many people that have got stuck or a lap down. You may not drop too many positions. You should still come out with at least a decent portion of points. With this being quite a long track, I don't think those that are a lap down will be able to gain that position back. I might be wrong, but it's a 60-second timer from the last person crossing the line. Don't think they're going to be able to do the lap quite that quick. We're going to follow Boer to the finish line. Demon currently in second, Shady in third. We're going to start to see Fludes drop as people hit the checkpoint. And around the final section, they're not here to see it. Or at least not here to see it live. And across the line, Boer takes the win on the first race of the stream before then stopping. Getting stuck on the first nail. True Boer fashion, that is. At least waiting till crossing the line before getting stuck. See Demon quite clear in second. GG and F for Boer. Yeah, the tactical stuck. And Demon coming round. And across the line, 25-second gap. It turns out Boer did get moving again by themselves. Just a bit of a tease. So quite a big gap there between first and second. Shady currently in third. Stormy is currently stuck behind Superboss, who is a lap down but is in 12th. And Shady crossing the line in third. Stormy coming around the final section to secure that 4th place. And then it looks like it's going to be Iceman currently in 5th. Coming down to the finish. And across the line, Iceman takes 5th. Target turnaround. Yeah, after some interesting performances, I think Iceman will be happy with the 5th place finish. Bringing it back, and then Cheese across in 6th after almost costing the race, getting stuck, managing to finish in 6th and securing a fastest lap. So that is some good points there for Cheese. Peskybird across in 7th. So a good showing by the Ultraviolets on this track today. Green Slushies also with a fairly decent performance. Sage is a lap down. And Moo has stopped so close to the end. And is moving again. Just more teasing. So Azur's going to come round in 8th. And Moo is going to be in 9th. Just notice it's GP USA upcoming now. Yes, it is. That is going to be the second race of the stream. And yeah, you're moving again. Fluids is moving again. Just ensuring that none of the other racers a lap down can take their position. So Alfonso is going to finish in 10th. Fluids, after an unfortunate series of events, after battling it out up at the top, it's going to have to take 11th. And then we have those that are a lap down that may DNF. So we're going to speed things up and go to our winning marble cam. It is Boer taking the win. Claps in the chat. Congratulations. Only one person went into the pit of shame, and unfortunately for that person, weep. It's going to be another. Well, it's going to be a last place, and it's not good for the way the standings are looking at the moment. So, a bit of a struggle for Wheat currently in this season. We'll probably be looking to try and turn that around in the second half, or maybe sooner. Very unfortunate. But hey, it's the taking part. That's where the fun is. That's what counts. And there we go. Look at those DNFs. Fluids narrowly avoiding being on that list with a red line through. But there we go. Six DNFs. So let's choose the outcome. And I'm going to guess that no one predicted this one. So there we go, predictions are done. And yep, nobody thought this would happen. Quite the interesting and dramatic race. Always get a few curveballs thrown in on this track. There we go, Boer with a very strong win, 25-second lead across the line. Demon taking second, Shady taking third, and Stormy taking fourth after quite the battle up at the front. And Iceman pretty happy with a fifth after some recent performances. But now I'm going to go and put these results over on the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute with the updated standings. Alright, the results have been entered, and let's head over to the standings. So, following that race, Pesky Bird still leading with 242 points. Demon in second with 235. Ahead of their teammate Moo, who's going to take third, 215. No longer tied, because it was impossible for them to be tied following that race. But now second and third. Then in fourth we have Flues with 205. Just ahead of Shady in fifth with 202. Alfonso in sixth with 197. Were now in seventh with 190. Stormy in eighth with 182. Superboss in ninth with 181. And Luna in 10th with 178. Then below that we have Iceman, Cheese, Sage, Azur, Eggbot, Jimmy, and of course Weep, with some unfortunate races currently at the bottom of the standings, but still plenty of chances to fight their way back up. Made up 5 points to P1. It's coming home this time for real. I don't know if you took another big win from this season as well, I think people might be making some accusations. Not sure if you're allowed to take some big finishing positions 2 seasons in a row. And yeah, one of your tracks coming up. But historically, I think your performance has never been that great on your own tracks. I may be wrong, but from memory, which I can't rely on very well because my memory is not amazing, but I'm pretty sure whenever your tracks come up, there's something always happens, something goes wrong. I think it's just, you don't want to take the wins on your own. It'd be a bit unfair, wouldn't it? Yeah, we won't talk about that. But yeah, of course, as always, this is where it is going to end for those watching on YouTube. But for those on Twitch, we do have a second race coming. But for those watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.